time has come when a student must question.
I know you don't believe in fighting, but this isn't exactly fighting, you know?
Not exactly ping pong either.
When a teacher must let go.
Miyagi always train you, but for tournament, cannot.
When a conspiracy is planned.
You said that if I beat this LaRusso kid in the All-Valley tournament, that you give me 25% of your new dojo.
When a trap is set.
You know how to front sweep?
Not really. Do you know how to sweep?
Of course. Or like this, and left the side.
It's no joke.
I need your title. You don't enter, that affects my financial future, Daniel. Get it? You think you can rely on that crane crap? Last time you weren't fighting this.
Mr. Miyagi loves you. He has faith in you.
This guy wants to break you, humiliate you, stomp you into the ground. Yes!
I'm sorry if you don't like it, but I got problems, and if you're not going to be part of the solution, don't give me a hard time about it.
Now, the man must make a choice, and the kid must become a man.
You are going to defend. You're getting in that ring.
What am I doing?
First he suffers, then he suffers some more.
Ralph Macchio, Pat Morita, a John G. Avildsen film, The Karate Kid, Part 3.
Daniel-san!
Mr. Miyagi, it's over. It's over. Forget about it.
No!
I'm afraid. Let's get out of here. I want to go home.
No! You must not. It's okay to lose to opponent. Must not lose to, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of him, right? What do you want me to do?
Hey! You stay focused, Daniel-san. Your best karate is still inside. Now, time to let out.
You're watching the Shady Mob podcast with your two favorite Pod Mob stars.
All right, guys, please click on the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
You ready, my guy?
Let's do it.
Hello and welcome everybody to the latest episode of the Shady Mob podcast with your two favorite Pod Mob stars, Alex the Man Angelov, your boy himself, King NPV, here to bring you our thoughts on Karate Kid Part 3. How you doing, the man?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great, man. Oh my gosh, what a movie! Yeah. This is number 3 in the series. And
some would say it was the worst, others would say it was the best.
I've seen people say it's the best. Like, people like this one, and I'm just like,
yeah,
like, why? You know, like, I'm not like, you know, offended or anything. Like, you know, it's okay to like, you know, a movie that I disagree with. You know, that's fine. Everybody has preference. I just don't understand how you can think of this as the best one when the first one came out.
Well, I think so. I think they say that this is the best one mainly because it set the foundation for basically most, like, the lore of the Karate Kid universe. Because you got the story, like, basically, they use the majority of what happens in this film to set up the Cobra Kai universe and that storyline, right? So the writers really enjoyed and loved, from my understanding, Karate Kid Part 3. And I personally thought it was okay. I thought it was honestly like the third best one. Literally, it goes 1, 2, and 3 for me. From like the best one to second best one to like the third best one. But the third one still did it. Like, it still had a decent story, in my opinion, where you got to see Daniel's like ego kind of get to him wanting to defend his title after him and Kumiko broke up because she didn't want to come back to the States. Guys, when breakups happen, and I think the reason why it was believable to me was because when breakups happen, dudes tend to turn into a dark place. And Daniel at that time, I think he was just graduating, 18 years old, after suffering.
He was depressed. Brother was depressed.
Bro, he literally, if we go based on the timeline and the story arc of the like the first film to the third film, him and Ali were together in the first film, which happened not too long ago, right? Then 6 months later, after the end of the Tri-Valley tournament, at the end of the first movie, 6 months after that, they, I guess, graduate and they break up. And then that's when Mr. Miyagi and Daniel then go to Japan and they experience basically the entire thing that they experience with Kumiko and their family, and that's when Karate Kid 2 takes place, right?
Yeah.
So that probably took place within, let's say, a month, maybe 2 to 3 months. I don't think it took the entire.
It was the summer.
If it
It
was
was
the
the
summer,
summer,
it
no?
was like 3 months. If it was the summer, it
Yeah.
was 3 months. But then he comes back after he thinks he's gonna have a relationship with Kumiko after losing Ali fucking a month to 3 months before that, losing Kumiko, and then coming back. He's heartbroken. He doesn't know where to turn.
Mhm.
He's turning into the dark side. So, what better way for him to turn into the dark side than having him join basically Cobra Kai at the beginning of this movie and embracing that culture, that lifestyle. We get to meet Terry Silver for the first time, where he tries to become or try to approach Daniel in a way where he's his friend, he's a good mentor, and then when he basically divides Mr. Miyagi and Daniel LaRusso, because he wants Daniel to compete in the All Valley tournament. We got Mike Brown come in and reprise his role, or be the bad guy, the one that assaults Daniel and basically forces him to join the All Valley tournament. And that's just the cataclysm, because they just wanted to hurt Daniel. We got John Kreese coming back. We see Daniel embrace Cobra Kai and get hurt during the training process, and Miyagi throughout the entirety of the film not wanting to train Daniel on how to win. And I don't even think he trained him at the end. I don't think he trained, did he? I don't think he trained him at the end, if I'm not mistaken. The only
I thought he showed him how to do like the haka, right? Like this. Nope, like
Kata?
kata, yeah, kata.
Maybe.
Wasn't it this one? Wasn't it
I don't think that was in this one. I think he learned kata in like the first or second film. In this one, what I think did stand out was him basically like coming to his aid at the end of the movie and telling him, Daniel, your best and you'll see, if you saw the intro, you'll know what scene I'm talking about. But that's basically the full coming around moment where he beats Mike Brown and he defeats Cobra Kai for the second time, and it basically kind of just goes away until the Cobra Kai series. So yeah, Alex, I want to know what your thoughts on the movie is. What did you enjoy? What did you not enjoy? And what would you?
Guys, have you heard? Nelson, tell the people.
Shady Mob Productions is an official affiliate of HBO Max. Click on the link in the description and sign up so you can watch hit series like Hard Knocks, Game of Thrones, and House of Dragons.
Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops. Guys, join me, Alex the Man Angelov, and check out A&A Radio, where we're going to be talking about the latest and greatest financial news, investments, banking, and personal finance. Check out the channel, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can be notified when the latest content drops.
Who rate this film?
So I again, first comer into this series. I really did enjoy the the continuation of the universe. We get the same characters, Miyagi, Daniel. Shit, I mean, and we got new people too. Silver, John Kreese, they come back, and Silver is a really interesting villain because he's schemy. He's very smart, and he has like plans how to get in his head. While Kreese is very like rock hard. I want it done, like you're going down, But Silver, he kind of like he schemes and he like gets in his head and he destroys and he grinds him down from this amazing strong boulder of a kid down to soft gravel and sand, and like even this look where he's at in your background, like that's where they brought him down to. So that's why I feel like people like it because of like the growth that happens within it. I don't like this movie as much as I do like the other two in the trilogy, solely because it felt short. The female love interest really didn't need to be there, I think, and to be honest with you, it was just kind of off. Like it was off how Miyagi was reacting, like he didn't it's almost like he didn't really care
To
as
interrupt you, but the female love interest wasn't even the love interest in this film. She was just the what's it called? The friend.
just friend.
The friend.
Yeah.
Proceed.
So yeah, but like still like I mean, I just I don't get how Miyagi was so like he was just so uninterested at times. Almost as if like like he didn't give his wisdom enough. Like he told Daniel not to worry or like, oh, you're too stressed, you're too angry, like and then Daniel was reacting so quickly. But it's I guess they just wanted to fit it in like a short time, of like an hour. How long is this movie? Like an hour and 50 minutes or something like that. Um, and I like it just didn't seem believable enough. I thought also the bad guys that like beat him up in his bonsai shop weren't that like they weren't, oh, the bad guys, as much as Johnny was, because they had more instances of being enemies, right? There's no buildup for him to be like, oh, win the tournament. It wasn't grateful. I wasn't like, yeah, he really did it. Like, nah, he got a spur of inspiration, a spur of motivation from Miyagi right there in that scene where your background's at. And that's it. Like I wasn't like, oh, like what an enemy he defeated. Like it just seemed unearned. It felt like like okay, cool. Like he, but it's not like they fought multiple times that he lost and he did bully him. He did like trash his place, but it's because he was also that guy was working for Silver as well. And he didn't I don't think he did anything. Did he do something to warrant that? Like did Daniel do something to him, or like doing because I know Johnny was mad at him for stealing his girl, and so that kind of started it. Yeah.
No. So Matt Barnes, the only reason why he had it after Daniel was because Daniel was the All Valley tournament winner, and Terry Silver basically remember he was a hired gun. Because when John Kreese came over to Terry, because he had just lost the All Valley tournament, and I think when he approached Terry, it was when Daniel and Mr. Miyagi were in Japan dealing with Mr. Miyagi's family situation. Uh, Terry basically set uh, John Kreese on vacation, and we saw him drop off John Kreese at the airport just as Mr. Miyagi and Daniel were returning from Japan. And in that process, that's when Terry Silver, he looks at he's going through like this martial arts magazine, and he sees these
Kai, right?
yeah Matt Brown's like the karate's bad boy Matt Barnes, not Matt Brown like I was calling him earlier. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but Matt Barnes. He saw Matt Barnes. He basically got him to come in, and Matt Barnes was basically all business. He's like, I'll handle whatever business, whatever you need me to handle, but you need to give me like 50% of all your dojos in America or some shit like that. Then he negotiated. So that's why Matt Barnes did what he did and tried to make Daniel's life a living.
Right.
Because Matt Barnes was literally just trying to take over or try to get a cut. If he had beaten Daniel, he would have gotten a cut, but he got absolutely nothing because he didn't beat him.
I think also another part that I was just kind of thrown off of that didn't really need to add it was just the bonsai, I guess, like the bonsai
I
stuff.
thought that was dumb. I thought Daniel was just doing stupid fucking mistakes throughout the entire movie that just irritated me. Like I understand he became Anakin Skywalker. He joined the dark side, but come on, Mr. Miyagi's bonsai tree, the bonsai tree.
And like I do like the shop idea. I like that growth where like, he transitions from high schooler college to owner. What?
How did Mr. Miyagi get down there?
I don't even know, dude. How would you even like find a spot like that? That's insane. That's kind of cool though. I like that lore of him doing that.
Yeah.
But I think they really I don't know. It just didn't seem to fit the other two in the sense of like, this should have been the sequel. Like this should have been
So that's why
the sequel.
Well, that's why Ralph Macchio hated this film. Like he shot it, he made it. Like the only reason why he made it ultimately was because the other two had made money and the studio wanted a third one, and he was getting paid, but he didn't like it. He it was his least, and he's come out and he said it. It was his least favorite film that he shot from the franchise. But for some people, it was a good film. It set up a lot of the lore. Um, and again, the writers took this one and they ran with it because they incorporated Terry Silver. They did a lot of like the Kumiko and Okinawa stuff in the new Cobra Kai series.
Yeah, they revisit a lot of these, and I appreciate the third one slightly more after watching Cobra Kai because Silver in that one is an insane like villain. He's an insane antagonist, and like I you know I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just a perfect like culmination from this movie. But again, like as movies go, this feels like a sequel, while the second one like it felt like I would rather have learned about Miyagi more later on, like I wanted to dive into his deeper end, how he killed someone in the Hake Take, or I forgot the name. Sakai Takai, yeah. So if that would have been way more interesting than like some of the stuff we got, but it's just world building. We didn't know that at the time when it was released, so now they're just adding more shit.
Well, yeah, in 1989, I don't think they envisioned there being a world martial arts tournament called the Saikai Taikai and Mr. Miyagi killing somebody in it. I don't think that was anybody's fucking real book. I still want to know what the fuck that was about. Like, you just gonna drop that and just walk away, writer? Yeah, like, you gotta capitalize on that, Sony. Like, that's not fair. You can't be doing this shit to us.
Yeah.
Insane.
But to rank it, man, I ranked the first one. I ranked the first one.
Now.
I rate the first one a 10 out of 10. I forget what I rated the second one. An 8? Yeah, I think I 7 or 8.
10 is a little bit too gracious even for the first one. I'll be real with you. It was a good movie.
Dude, I really enjoyed it.
I'll give it like a 3.5 to 4 stars.
Nah, dude. I'll give it a 10 just because of what it started. Just because like coming into it, I had high expectations, and you hyped it up to the point where it's like I just really enjoyed this, and for the time, it being the type of movie it was great. It was just like the soundtrack, the acting as well from they're younger actors and actresses, and like it felt so earned. Like his victory, like even the like and Miyagi's teachings, how it like brought upon like this culture of wax on, wax off, and like the references have been made. The spur of like karate and kung fu that took off from that, like it's a cultural movie. That's why I rank it so high, the impact. But as as a film and what this movie has done for the franchise, I'm not it's an average movie. It's slightly above average, but it's an average movie. I'm giving it a 5 out of 10, because not only like it doesn't do anything to it doesn't how can I say this, like it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right at all. The pacing was a little off at times. The bonsai storyline didn't make sense. Again, some actors and actresses just didn't have to be there. Again, the love interest didn't matter.
This is a 3-star movie.
Hmm.
Through and through, a 3-star movie. Eric, like also we know Daniel's bonsai business never took off because he owns a car dealership in the future, and he says that it fucking failed.
And this is like us knowing stuff now, like throughout the entire series. But as a movie, though, there were some great shots. There was some CG like issue. Like it felt cheaper. Like I don't know, it didn't feel as like
it did.
Well taken.
It did. It felt rushed. It felt like they were just trying to make money off the franchise. They capitalized on like the whole Karate Kid genre because remember 1980s, 1990s. That's when kung fu movies were fucking big, bro. And this was part of it. And again, they capitalized on it. They made money on it. But personally, I thought it was 3 stars. I thought it was low budget. Again, like some of the scenes just felt a little bit too corny at times. The whole Matt Barnes and breaking the tree, and then Daniel going for the tree. That just I don't know. That's my thought. Those are my thoughts.
Good acting at times, and they wanted to make it so, but so like that. What I do
His
like
scene
about
right
it,
here is
just
probably my favorite scene in the entire movie.
that's it. Like that's like the high point of the movie where you get to see Daniel finally coming to an understanding that it's okay to be afraid. It's like your emotions, you're angry and you don't know why. It's because you're afraid, right? And so Mr. Miyagi finally gave some good advice in this movie. Finally became a master again. For some reason, he just became a lazy dude who, didn't want to deal with Daniel's problems,
No,
wanted him
I
to
don't
figure it
think
out for
that was
himself.
the case. I think the case was Daniel needed to mature and realize, like, hey, you're at a coming of age. Why are you fighting? You fought, you had a reason to fight the first time. Now you're just fighting for fighting's sake. And Miyagi's
Yeah.
teachings is it doesn't like from the how Miyagi portrayed everything, he doesn't fight for fighting's sake. He fights for a reason. And the reason why Miyagi stepped in at the end was because he saw Daniel losing himself and caving into fear. And that was the reason Miyagi decided to give Daniel those words of inspiration at the end. So he could be motivated and he had a reason to fight. You can lose the fight, but you can never lose the fear because fear cannot dictate your life, which I thought was the lesson of this movie.
It was, yeah, it really was great growth, great moment. I enjoyed that. That's like you got to see his like his buildup of being angry and
Broke
afraid,
my heart
just
seeing Miyagi see Daniel go through all the pain and suffering. As at least like a dad, like I was just like Miyagi wanted to help him. Miyagi wanted to help him, but Daniel was hiding shit, not telling him anything, and just going behind Mr. Miyagi's back for a lot of stuff because he didn't approve of how Daniel was going about things. Which I thought, again, Pat Morita, I thought that Pat Morita basically brought this movie together in my eyes. His acting, because he didn't say a lot, but his acting spoke tremendously.
yeah. And that's I don't know. It's just it was nice to as a trilogy. Like there are some weaker movies and trilogies, and this is one. I'm not saying it's horrendous. Don't see it. Would I see it again? Maybe just for like nostalgia. Just be like, oh hey, you know, let's have a Karate Kid marathon. Oh all right, yeah, sure, let's watch it. I won't ever watch this movie like by itself.
You best
Like
so
recently I
when
just
I get to
watched.
watch Karate Kid Legends, because I know you've already watched it. I'm watching all the movies
Yeah.
again.
So I'm gonna wait to rank all the movies and when we do that review because I have a similar ranking of movies with the trilogy. One, two, three. One's the best two, and then third is right behind second. But it's not bad. It's not a bad movie, but compared to the other two, it fell off. Just fell off and yeah, you can tell that the studio, as you said, just wanted to make money and push out a movie. They didn't really like care much for the script and like how it's gonna like, change things or like, leave a taste in people's mouths. So yeah, but overall, it adds a lot for later content and they delivered. Cobra Kai is amazing, and we'll definitely do a video on that. I definitely want to talk about Cobra Kai. Johnny, you know, got some redeemed himself there and got some actual screen time. And Silver's back, and Silver was an insane villain. Like I just love that. And I think also Matt Barnes was there as well, right? What's his name?
Barnes, fucking Chosen, Kumiko,
Everybody's being
back. I forget the fucking girl from this movie, but she's the cousin of Daniel's wife, and she.
Oh, so it does play. Yeah, I guess there was an important part, but really she
So
didn't
yeah,
need to
she
be.
hooked him up. Was like, yeah, she was the one that hooked Daniel up with his wife.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, because we see her also come back. Um, they really brought back a lot of people. They even brought back Pat Morita with CGI, and it looked, yeah, that fight scene that with Daniel at the end, I think, during Cobra Kai, where he's fighting his inner demons on who Mr. Miyagi really was. Beautiful fight scene. Beautiful fight scene. They did a lot. I honestly thought they did a really good job with it.
Yeah.
I thought they did a really good job with it. And yeah, guys, those are our thoughts on Karate Kid Part 3. We still got to do a Cobra Kai movie or Cobra Kai series one, and then we also got to do a Legends and Karate Kid 2010 with Jaden Smith.
No.
Yes.
All right. I'll watch it. Fine.
Don't disrespect the great Jackie Chan now.
I'm not disrespecting Jackie Chan. I am disrespecting Jaden Smith because he's really good.
Jaden Smith was a great child actor. He was a great child actor. Jaden Smith, I don't know what happened during his teenage years. And I think it was Jada Pinkett Smith that got that fucked Jaden Smith up. But Jaden Smith was a great childhood actor when Will Smith was with his son all the time, just guiding him through the acting process and everything. Jaden Smith was a great child actor. It was in his later stages in his life where things kind of took a turn for the worse.
Right.
But it's okay.
All right. We'll
right back with some what to watch.